You're thinking of papal infallibility wrong. When I was Protestant, I used to think it meant he was free from error, basically meaning he was sinless, or he could potentially bind a mistake. So what's up with infallibility? Does it make him always free from error? No, actually. And I was expecting it to be this really overarching thing, but it's actually really particular and strict. The Pope is infallible, but not in everything he does. He's not perfect or impeccable, and he can make errors or even sin, especially in personal matters. Someone on my last video mentioned that the Pope can't be infallible when the first Pope, Peter, was corrected and rebuked by Paul. But Peter was behaving in a way that's hypocritical and contrary to what he knows is true. This was a personal or behavioral issue. I'm making it sound like he's not all there, but anyway, popes can make mistakes and can sin. They're human. This doesn't fall under the criteria or conditions for infallibility, which are strict. So strict, they've only been really exercised twice in history. So what are they? The Pope needs to speak as a shepherd of all Christians from his chair or ex cathedra and address the whole church, and only speak on matters of faith or morals, not science or political matters, and use intentional words like we define or we proclaim. The Holy Spirit guards and protects him, and by effect the church, from error. God uses sinners to safeguard his truth. He used Peter to write his letters as part of the Bible, which is infallible. So he uses the Pope, the successor of Peter, to define something infallibly, to defend the truth of the gospel. But there's still a danger in all of this though. What if it falls into the wrong Pope's hands, for example? But the decisions made are ones that are already held by the church. It's to reveal what's already known or agreed about doctrines or teachings. They're never new revelations. They actually can't be. That's also one of the criteria. But what if, another example, what if the Pope contradicts the Bible or one of the church's teachings? It's usually only exercised when the church is rocked by disagreement. A pronouncement naturally just needs to be made, one that's binding and doesn't add to the confusion or fracturing of the church. The church values truth and God so much, as God is truth, so it's never going to declare things just on a whim. A lot of the time, the statements that you might think are infallible are actually just personal statements. No Pope, or even the magisterium, has or will ever contradict the Bible or the church's own teachings. If they ever do, the Catholic Church will be false, and you should not become Catholic. I'm so serious.